So let us get our box of bits. Here we have the Cricket. Now I haven't got the lovely cover that came with your kit because at time of filming we hadn't received them. So you're just seeing what's underneath the lovely printed cover box sleeve. So in the box we've got our little protective branded piece of card, and then a little bit of bubble wrap that we'll save for later for protective purposes, but there isn't much in here to break. Now we've got a little box here that has the motor, prop, adapter and servos in, and also if you've ordered a receiver it'll be in here too, and it'll tell you which one you've got there with regards to the protocol. So I'll just pop that to one side for now. We've got a couple of vac form parts. Now we've got this is the PET G, which is a clear. It's actually got a film on it at the moment that you can peel off, but we'll do that once we've got this properly cut out. And then we've got I think this is HIPS plastic, which is an opaque white. And the reason we've got these two here is because this kit is the sort of the lead-in, the sort of learning tool for many of our kits that will follow, such as the Hawker Hurricane, the Messerschmitt 109, and onwards and upwards from there. So you've got these in two types. Obviously this, as it's clear, this has actually got a windshield on. The rest of it's going to be covered up, or you could leave it clear and see all of the functioning parts of the aircraft inside as a bit of a learning tool. So we've got those. They need to be cut out and sanded down as appropriate. We've got a little bag of bits here that's got some wire forms in for undercarriage, plus also the control rods. We've got a clear part here as well, numbers 47 and 48, which is they're inscribed on there. It's probably hard to see on this, but you'll see them fairly clearly once you get them out of the kit. So it's quite easy to lose those, obviously, because they're clear. So keep them safe. And we've got a plywood parts. We've got a tiny little bit of plastic parts. If you've ever built previous Micro Aces kits, you'll know that usually we have a big sheet of this, but it's not necessary in this. So we've also got some wheels. We've got some elastic bands, not for the power, not for the propulsion, but actually to keep the wings on, which is rather non-novel way of doing it, a very traditional way of doing it. So there we go. But as opposed to that, the wheels are 3D printed, and you've also got these little washer tires as well. So and you've got this little hubs or retainers that keep the wheels on. So there's that. You've got your quick start guide, which takes you through all the bits that you should have. There's a checklist of loose parts. There's also some diagrams of what they should look like, and also some little pictures too of some of the component parts. And you will no doubt recognize this because hopefully you have scanned this to get to this video, or used the URL that's there and typed that in to your browser. So that's the quick start guide. We've got some carbon fibre here. There are 4 lots. We've got 2 longer 2mm diameter tubes, and we've got 2 slightly shorter 1.5mm diameter tubes. So those are going to be used. The 2mm are used for the control surfaces, and the 1.5mm are actually used for the control rods. So there we go. And now we get on to the new parts of this kit when it comes to what Micro Racers are doing. Let's just open up the bag. So before we get on to the Tyvek, I'll just take out, we have 3 2mm sheets that consist of the internal structure, the internal airframe of the aircraft, and they're all numbered as well, so they're all engraved with their part number. And then we have the Tyvek parts, which are all pre-printed, and as you'll see with the Cricket, there's a bit of an effect on here, and it's a tribute really to the stick and tissue models out there, as the Cricket is in its entirety, really. Very similar to aircraft that you may have made as a child, rubber powered, but obviously this is not rubber powered. It's radio control, and actually uses a brushless one cell system to power it into the air. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a smaller 5th sheet of Tyvek. And what you'll notice, if you are very astute, is that this smaller sheet here is actually thicker than these sheets here. So we've actually used a heavier grade on this one part, because of the parts on here just need that extra robustness. So we've actually done that on the thicker, that's a 105 GSM, grams per square meter sheet, and these are almost 75 grams per square meter. And you'll notice when you pick them up how light they actually feel compared to an equivalent paper. So hopefully that will give you some encouragement as to how light and lovely this aircraft is going to be.